Welcome to Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story, where we answer the questions you have about your favorite classic authors. What inspired your favorite author to write their novels? What was going on in the world at the time? Follow along with us as we tell you what was happening in the world while your favorite authors wrote your favorite classics. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you enjoy our show, be sure to follow the show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books or on our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can also sign up for our newsletter for more information on who we're talking about and what's coming next for the podcasts. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear a book by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we're going to talk about the political campaigning of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Doyle served as a volunteer physician in the Langman Field Hospital at Bloemfontein between March and June 1900, during the Second Boer War in South Africa, 1899 to 1902. Later that year, he wrote a book on the war, The Great Boer War, as well as a short work titled The War in South Africa, Its Cause and Conduct, in which he responded to critics of the United Kingdom's role in that war, and argued that its role was justified. The latter work was widely translated, and Doyle believed it was the reason he was knighted, given the rank of Knight Bachelor by King Edward VII in the 1902 coronation honors. He received the accolade from the king in person at Buckingham Palace on 24 October of that year. He has stood for Parliament twice as a Liberal Unionist, in 1900 in Edinburgh Central and in 1906 in the Hawick Burghs, but was not elected. He served as a Deputy Lieutenant of Surrey beginning in 1902 and was appointed a Knight of Grace of the Order of the Hospital of St. John of Jerusalem in 1903. Doyle was a supporter of the campaign for the reform of the Congo Free State that was led by the journalist E.D. Morel and diplomat Roger Casement. In 1909, he wrote The Crime of the Congo, a long pamphlet in which he denounced the horrors of that colony. He became acquainted with Morel and Casement, and it is possible that together with the Bertram Fletcher Robinson, they inspired several characters that appeared in his 1912 novel The Lost World. Later, after the Irish Easter Rising, Casement was found guilty of treason against the crown and was sentenced to death. Doyle tried, unsuccessfully, to save him, arguing that Casement had been driven mad and therefore should not be held responsible for his actions. As the First World War loomed, and having been caught up in a growing public swell of Germanophobia, Doyle gave a public donation of 10 shillings to the anti-immigration British Brothers League. In 1914, Doyle was one of 53 leading British authors, including H.G. Wells, Rudyard Kipling, and Thomas Hardy, who signed their names to the Authors' Declaration, justifying Britain's involvement in the First World War. This manifesto declared that the German invasion of Belgium had been a brutal crime, and that Britain could not, without dishonor, have refused to take part in the present war. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story today, while we answered some of the questions you have about one of your favorite classic authors. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you join us next time when we answer more questions about one of your favorite classic authors. If you enjoyed our show, be sure to follow us so you get all the new episodes. We would also love for you to drop us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. You can catch us on all the social medias at Bite at a Time Books, or check out our website, biteatatimebooksbehindthestory.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter. Our show is part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you would also like to hear a story by the author we are currently featuring, check out the Bite at a Time Books podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or on biteatatimebooks.com.